Hey, welcome back to Rooster's Barbecue. I'm Rooster. Today I'm doing spare ribs on the Rec Tec grill. I'm pretty excited about this. I actually did some ribs on Wednesday to pay a debt I owed somebody. And they wanted to be paid in ribs. And it was the hardest thing in the world was giving him that rack of ribs and not being smart enough to know to make myself a rack too. So that was pretty disappointing, but I'm gonna make up for it today. I'm gonna make myself a big slab of ribs. We got our Smithfield spare ribs laid out, cleaned off. I'm gonna do some trimming on it. Get some of that silver skin off. Then I'm going to rub it with yellow mustard. And then I'm going to do a rib rub on it. Coat it pretty heavily. I'm going to let it sit for about an hour. And then we'll put it on the grill at 235 for 3 hours. But I'll get started. When I'm working with a rack of ribs, I just want it to be neater. So when I'm looking at my ribs, you know, anything really hanging off, chunks of stuff, I'm gonna make a note that I want to get that stuff. Also, this end piece, I like to still cook, but I don't like it to be part of my cook. So I just try and find the last bone in there and then kind of cut it off at that point, just to kind of square it up. Yeah, like that. And you can already see, you know, that neatens up that end of this rib real good. I might be able to get a little bit more off there. Yeah. All right. And just work it slow, you know. Keep an eye out for anything you don't want, you know, on your ribs. I want them to look as good as they taste. So that's why I take this extra couple minutes just to help that. You know, it wasn't too long ago I didn't do anything to trim these ribs when I was cooking them. But now I do appreciate, you know, how it looks when I'm eating it. A little bit of fat cap in there. That'll be fine. That's all gonna cook down. Let's flip her over and see how much of a pain we're gonna have here. See all this right here? I'll go ahead and trim off down to about leaving an 1/8 of an inch on there. My cardiologist will thank me later. But really, this heavier fat parts aren't gonna aid too much in my flavor as long as you leave a little bit. I may want to take that off there too. Yeah, that looks a lot cleaner. And get silver skin wherever you can. That stuff's pretty aggravating to get rid of. But if you work at it a little bit, you'll get some of it anyways. I'll just pull it up a little bit and get it where that rub can get through. Just like that. All this stuff, I don't need none of that. I like to cut this little muscle down to a neater line. You don't have to. You probably don't have to do any of this. But this is just the way I like to do it. Just so it maintains the size of our rib, so it cooks as evenly as possible. Get a little bit more of this silver skin and I think we're good. Let's get some mustard on her and rub that in. You know, they say, you know, the mustard aids in tenderizing the meat some. I don't know if I believe that. I know it has very little to no effect on the flavor, but it does give me something for my rub to stick to. So that's why I like it. Today we're using Rib Rack Dry Rub. Just some stuff I tried my last rack of ribs and it came out great. I like to go pretty heavy. Get a nice coat on it. And this will, I'm gonna actually leave this in the fridge for about an hour so that this rub can soak in a good bit before we start cooking it. We're gonna flip her over. Yes, good looking ribs. Mustard in there. Yeah, this is a good looking rack of ribs. I normally don't buy Smithfield, just because I'm thoughtful on my budget on what I'm wanting to spend on ribs, but today I lucked out and these were pretty much the same price as the local grocery store chain brand. Let's get her rubbed down. Oh yeah. There's all this rub. Hard to overdo it on your rub. It's usually going to turn out really good. Alright. Here's what we trimmed off. Here's our product ready for the grill. Yeah, looks great. I'm going to get this wrapped up, stick it in the fridge for about an hour. And we'll catch up with you when we get back out to the grill. See you in a few minutes. Alright, we're back out here at the grill. You notice we rearranged a little bit to accommodate for our new Matador. Thank you, Rec Tec grills. We've got our grill set to 225. Alright, I want it set to 235. And we're just going to put our ribs on with no pan. Oh yeah. There they go. Alright. Let's take a look at our pellets, make sure we're good. Oh yeah. Alright, we're gonna let that cook for 3 hours and then we're gonna wrap it in foil and do some other stuff to it then. We're gonna cook it for an additional 2 hours, pull it off, take it out of the foil, give it some sauce, and then 1 more hour on the Rec Tec. This usually the 3-2-1 method as it's known. turns out some fantastic product with ribs. So I'm getting hungry. But we'll come back when we're ready to wrap this thing up. See you in a few. All right, so we got our ribs cooked for 3 hours at 235. Now we're gonna wrap them. But before I do, I'm gonna coat both sides with brown sugar, parquet butter, and honey. And this is gonna make them super sweet and tender. There they are, buttered up with brown sugar and honey. And we are just gonna wrap them up as tight as we can get them. That way, they're not boiling in there, they're cooking. I'm gonna do 2 layers of foil. Oh my God, they already smell amazing. That'll be the last of our foil. All right, and we're gonna stick them back in there for 2 hours of cooking like that. And they are gonna be so good. Next thing we're gonna do after 2 hours, we're gonna pull them out. We're gonna lightly brush them with barbecue sauce. I got some Stubbs spicy, so that'll be a nice breakup to the sweet. We're gonna lightly coat that on, and we're gonna give them 1 more hour unwrapped in at 235, and that's gonna heat up that barbecue sauce and finish the cook. But we'll see you when we're pulling them off to get some sauce on them. All right, so we're back out here. We're gonna get our ribs off. Oh my God, it's super soft. And we are going to open this up and get some sauce on these jokers. Oh my God, they smell amazing. I'm gonna go ahead and do this side, and then I'm gonna put them up on my grill, and then I'll do the other side. Grill. I'll be using Stubbs spicy barbecue sauce, and I am not going to use much. Just that little bit will be all I want to do. Yeah, the meat's bones are falling out of it. That's what you want. See, just a nice light coating of sauce. I don't like a lot of sauce. I want to taste the meat. All right. So now, get this up on the grill. Try and do this without breaking up my ribs. Bones fell out while I threw it up there. Yes. Sauce this side. A little bit more than I like, but that's all right. We'll spread it around. Nice light coating. Oh, can y'all smell it? Oh, it smells amazing. And we are going to let this cook for another hour to heat this sauce up and soak into this soft meat. Heaven. Okay. That is it. We're going to give it an hour. and let her cook that sauce on, and then we are going to eat. All right. We're gonna get these ribs off and get them inside. Oh my God, look at them. Yeah, you could say they're fall off the bone. That bone already wants to come out. Try and not destroy my masterpiece. They literally want to fall apart in my hands. Oh my God. All right, we're gonna let it cool, turn the grill off, get them inside and cut them up. See you in a minute. All right, we got our ribs inside. Just put them on my cutting board so I can cut them. Let's take a look at what we got here. Oh, that's so pretty. I cut a couple, get to a good one here. They're a little tender, if you can tell. Smoke ring on the inside. Oh, there goes the bone. Let's give this a try, huh? They're still really hot. Oh. Oh, I've waited all day for these ribs. They're hot. They are incredible. And it started them a little late. It's 11:42 at night. And I'm going to destroy this rack of ribs with my wife. So good. Thanks for checking out Rooster's Barbecue. Here's our ribs. I promised them to a couple of you. Let's keep on cooking. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. Ring that bell. That way you get notified when I post more videos. Otherwise, like my Facebook page, leave a comment, you know. And we'll see you next time with Rooster's Barbecue.